Welcome to Beyond Belief, the podcast that explores the fascinating intersection of atheism and astronomy. Join us as we delve into the depths of scientific discovery and philosophical contemplation. In today's episode, we'll cover the definition of atheism, different types of atheists, and the values of reason, evidence, and secular principles commonly held by atheists. Hey there, fellow non-believers! Let's dive into the wacky world of atheism, where there's no room for deities, gods, or supernatural mumbo-jumbo. Atheism is like the missing belief syndrome, where those who identify as atheists lack belief in any higher powers or magical entities. It's like saying, "I don't buy it," to all the religious and supernatural explanations out there. But hold your horses, my skeptical amigos. Atheism isn't just one big grumpy party where we all agree on everything. Oh no, there are actually different flavors of atheism. Allow me to present you with the smorgasbord of non-believers. First up, we've got the implicit agnostic atheists. These folks lack belief in gods due to a lack of evidence or convincing arguments. They're shrugging their shoulders, saying, "Hey, there's no proof, so why bother?" Next on the menu, we have the explicit, strong atheists. These are the ones boldly asserting that no gods or deities exist. They're not just saying, "I don't know," they're confidently shouting, "No way, Jose!" Moving on, we have the secular humanists. These peeps are all about reason, ethics, and human values. No need for supernatural beliefs here. They prioritize the well-being of humans and society without invoking any magical explanations. Oh, and let's not forget about the skeptic atheists. These guys and gals are the ultimate doubters. They not only question religious claims, but also poke holes in all sorts of pseudoscience, superstitions, and unverified beliefs. They're like the mythbusters of the atheist world. Now, here come the agnostic atheists. They're like the chill philosophers who say, "Sure, I lack belief in gods, but who knows? Maybe the existence of gods is unknowable." It's the ultimate philosophical shrug. But wait, we have some rowdy guests crashing this party. Say hello to the anti-theists. These wild cards actively oppose religion. They see it as a wet blanket on human progress, freedom, and well-being. You won't catch them clapping their hands to any religious tune. Oh, and let's not forget the naturalistic atheists. These folks only believe in what they can see, touch, and measure. They're like the science enthusiasts who say, "Hey, if we can't observe it or explain it naturally, it ain't real." Now that we've covered the types of atheists, let's talk about what they believe in, or don't, actually. Atheism itself isn't a structured belief system like organized religions. Instead, it's more like a lack of belief in deities or gods. That being said, many atheists share some common principles. First off, we've got secularism. Atheists are all about keeping religious beliefs separated from government, public institutions, and policies. They want a fair and equal society for all, regardless of religious beliefs. Can I get an amen to that? Next up, we have critical thinking. Atheists love their reasoning skills and evidence-based approaches. They're all about asking questions, being skeptical, and not taking things at face value. Forget blind faith. These guys and gals want some cold, hard facts. And let's not forget empiricism. Atheists like to rely on empirical evidence and the scientific method to understand the world around them. If they can't see it, measure it, or observe it, they're not buying it. No room for the supernatural in their reality. Ethical humanism is another important principle for many atheists. They believe in human well-being, compassion, and moral values based on reason and empathy. They want to make the world a better place without needing any divine rulebook to tell them how. Personal responsibility is also a big deal for atheists. They don't believe in divine judgment or an afterlife, so they think it's up to each individual to take responsibility for their actions. No passing the buck to some higher power here. Freedom of thought is something atheists hold dear. They want the freedom to hold their beliefs, or non-beliefs, without fear of persecution or discrimination. Open dialogue and freedom of expression are their jam. Tolerance and pluralism are two more important principles. Atheists may not believe in gods, but they're cool with people having diverse beliefs in a pluralistic society. Hey, live and let live, right? Now let's talk about secular ethics. Atheists don't need religious commandments to figure out what's right or wrong. They explore moral questions through reason, empathy, and thinking about the consequences of their actions. It's like being good just because it's the right thing to do. Social justice is also a biggie for many atheists. They care about human rights, equality, and fighting for a more just society. They believe these principles are essential for everyone, regardless of whether some higher power said so or not. Rational inquiry is another principle close to atheists' hearts. They love exploring the universe and human existence through scientific exploration and a naturalistic worldview. No mystical woo-woo required. But hey, even though atheists don't believe in gods, they're not closed off to new ideas and evidence. They value open-mindedness and being willing to change their beliefs if presented with compelling evidence. After all, who doesn't like a good mind-blowing revelation? And let's not forget about Mother Earth. Some atheists emphasize the importance of caring for our planet and the environment. They know this life and this planet are all we've got, so let's take care of it. Now, let's take a quick look at some interesting categories of atheists. First up, we have the apatheists. These peeps really couldn't care less about the whole God versus no God debate. It's just not their cup of tea. They're like, whatever. Then we have the existentialist atheists. These deep thinkers acknowledge that the universe might not give us any inherent meaning or purpose. But guess what? They're all about creating their own meaning and purpose in this seemingly indifferent universe. Talk about taking control of your own destiny. We've also got the cultural atheists. These guys and gals identify with atheism more due to cultural or social factors than philosophical or theological considerations. They might not be all that interested in deep discussions about religion, but they still rock their atheist label. Want more? How about the philosophical materialists? These folks believe that the material world is the only reality. No supernatural stuff for them. No gods allowed. And hey, let's give a shout out to the feminist atheists. These awesome individuals focus on critiquing religious traditions and beliefs from a feminist perspective. They're all about highlighting how religion can perpetuate gender inequalities and discrimination. You go, feminists. So, there you have it, folks. Atheism is a big old playground of non-belief, with different types, principles, and categories to entertain and amuse us all. Remember, it's not about raining on anyone's religious parade, but rather embracing a worldview grounded in reason, evidence, and a lack of belief in supernatural beings. Stay skeptical, stay curious, and keep questioning the world around you. In today's episode, we explored the topic of atheism, discussing its definition as a lack of belief in deities or gods, as well as the different types of atheists and their shared values of reason, evidence, and secular principles. Thank you for exploring the fascinating realm of atheism and astronomy with us today on Beyond Belief. Subscribe to catch more mind-blowing discussions in our upcoming episodes.